Well, students, we're going to keep working on these Starry Night pictures connected to Vincent van Gogh. The first thing that I would like you to do is to take a pencil, and I wouldn't do too many stars. Usually 6 to 8 of them are enough, and I would try to have them be in different places. So often Vincent van Gogh's stars are kind of a circle with a broken line or a dashed line around them. And you can have some that are kind of tucked behind your buildings. Maybe I'm gonna have one down a little lower, closer to the ground. So that's my third star. Let's put one over here. This is gonna be my fourth one. So you can see with the size that they are, this is the fifth one. You can see I don't have a whole lot more room. Maybe I can fit my sixth one over here. If you do want to do another one, down closer to the ground, that could be 7. So I'd probably say between 6 and 8 would be enough. I left space right here for a moon. You can do a full moon. If you want to do a crescent moon, I think I'm gonna go like this and do kind of like a C shape and then put a C inside it. It'll look kind of like a crescent shape. And then after I do my moon, I'm gonna do wind around these stars. They can go either way. So I can go like this and do kind of like a C shape, but I make kind of like a long tail on it and then put another one next to it. And that'll give a feeling of movement. So since I could have it go this way, but I'm noticing if I have this one go the opposite way, it kind of like fits together almost like a puzzle piece. And I'm gonna do wind around each of these. So I'm gonna do this one kind of going behind the building and put kind of that tail of the wind on this side. Have this one go here. And then this one go here. And this one's very small, okay? Once you have your wind, there's a few spaces for clouds. So in between those spaces, I can put some clouds to kind of fill in those gaps. That's also why not having more than 8 stars is usually enough. Once you have those things drawn, I would like you to raise your hand and I'll give you a marker. So we're gonna take it, we'll trace all of these out so we can see them. If you miss a line a little bit, we can always erase it a little bit when you're done with marker. After this, we're gonna start doing the oil pastel. I know that I did not finish coloring my buildings and trees, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So I would like you to move right into doing the color for the sky. So let's just pretend that I'm done with all my markers. So we're just gonna pretend if there's a little bit that needs to be erased out, you can erase it. Now with these stars, that's usually kind of where I start with doing this golden color. Really works nicely. You could do white stars if you wanted to, but if I do this and I color in the circle shapes and then I just trace the broken line, it's gonna make it look like that star is shining. And then I would just go around and I would do each of my stars. So let's pretend that I'm done doing my stars. If somebody is using the gold and you want to use it, instead of just waiting there, work on doing, maybe you use the white and you're working on doing your clouds and coloring those in. You can see that I'm holding it down low so that it doesn't break. If somebody's using the white and you are waiting, instead, I would use this very light blue or this sea blue. It's almost a sea green. Those ones work really well for doing your wind. And instead of doing one color, I would like you to make the wind 2 colors. And you're gonna see why I picked a really light blue for this. It's because I'm gonna pick darker colors for the sky to make it look like nighttime. So you can see I've got a light blue and then I've got that sea blue. If you want your moon to be white, you can do it white. If you want it to be gold, you can have it be gold. And then we're gonna move over to this other one that has more done on it, okay? So this one here has more done. It has all my stars, my clouds, my wind done. Now, for your sky, this looks like black. It's really a dark blue. This could mix well with this blue. This could mix well with a purple. You can mix this blue and this purple. I would just try to go with something that's dark. This blue and this purple would work well. So I chose this one. You can do 2 purples too, if you wanted to do like this dark purple and then mix it with one of these lighter purples. But the one thing I'm not gonna color it, I'm not gonna color it black. And you're gonna see why I'm not gonna color it black in a moment. So I would like you to first trace out all these buildings carefully so we don't get oil pastel on them. Trace around the wind, trace around the stars, trace around the clouds. And the reason I'm tracing all of this stuff first is so that I don't get the sky color on this. So I traced around the tree. Once I trace around all of this with my darker color, then I'm going to go side to side and I'm gonna lightly fill it in. I'm using the darker of the 2 colors first, and I'm gonna lightly go side to side. I don't wanna go up and down and go different directions. And I'm gonna go all the way around everything. You can see that I did press it on pretty hard when I traced around the tree and traced around the bushes and traced around the wind. Oh, I forgot to do this one. Trace around that. So you can see I pressed that on pretty hard and then I'm gonna go side to side. Now, I'm gonna choose to mix this dark blue with a purple. So I'm gonna take this purple and I'm going to, well, actually, I think I'm gonna use this darker purple. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna mix it into the sky. And since I did the first color kind of lightly, I'm gonna do the second one pretty hard so that you can't see the color of the blue paper. Just like Vincent van Gogh put his oil paints on very thick, we're gonna do our oil pastel really thick too. So it's just a 2-color mix, pressing it on hard, and I'm gonna go around all of this so I don't color on the stars and that I don't color on the wind or any of those things. Now, I'm gonna grab this other one a minute that has more done on it. You can see that this one, I did do all of this with the purple, so it's all filled in. Last step, if you have time, is taking a white and putting some movement into it. So if you don't have time for this, we can do it next time. But I just put these little dashed and broken lines into it. We will have more time next time because we're gonna color the buildings and we'll work on the bottom here and work on the trees, but this is really just focused on the sky. I'm giving you some things if you end up having the whole sky colored, you can put these broken or these dashed lines in to give a feeling of movement. So let's have fun working on these. We will have time next time to keep working, so don't rush. And let's have fun today.